right, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom.
Kakan, all right, giving all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Kakodash. All right, double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who grew well and are worthy to be accounted double honors for teaching us this truth. And peace and salutation to all you Akim out there, preaching this truth throughout the four corners of the earth with truth and sincerity in your hearts and for the love of the gospel. All right, GMS Indiana, once again. All right, I'm Shamaria. Kind in GMS Indiana, Gary, Indiana. All right. Without further ado, you may have heard in current events that there's a plague, a pestilence about the bubonic plague, man. All right, in the current events, you know, you can go and look it up. You can go and look it up online for the article, but you will find it, you will see it. All right, but it's going to get a lot worse than that. And we've been saying this. Before I even came into the truth from my dad, man, the elders have been pushing plagues upon the earth because why? It's a prophecy. All right, when you go into the word prophecy, pro means before and facade means to say. All right, so you got to say before it happens. It's a prophecy, and the scripture said this. And the scripture said this when it was written, man, as it is written.
Yeah. What, did you finish read the scripture?
No.
Okay. Yeah, kind of. I had looked up the CDC current outbreak list. It says infectious diseases outbreaks currently being reported on by the CDC. List includes those outbreaks for which content is currently published on the CDC website. This is U.S.-based outbreaks. But see, the outbreaks that we're talking about are outbreaks all over the world. You know, basically, Elder Tahari had coined it. You see, we're world newscasters. You know, we're not worried about just what's happening in the United States because we know this news is all controlled and fluffed up, man. But these are just basic diseases, man. It says recent investigation reports on cdc.gov, ground beef E. coli infectious disease announced April 2019, pre-cut milling, salmonella. You know, this is all basic shit. Raw milk drug registry. This is okay. Well, we got one measles outbreak 2019 announced January 2019. Pet hedgehog. You know, bullshit, man. All right, but why isn't he talking about these major outbreaks, man? Like the Ebola outbreak. You know, it just killed three people. And the elder put up that video today, man. The bubonic plague, man. You know how old that disease is? That was the Black Plague. That's what killed off Jake in the Middle Ages, man. In the Dark Ages. All right, but he's not going to report that, man. This is one of the reasons why he wants to get rid of us off the internet, man. Because we report worldly events.
Yep, and we bring out truth, man. And the truth is that the CDC hides the true diseases that it wants to bring out upon the world because of by the order of the Georgia Guidestone, man. By the order of the Georgia Guidestone, they have to the elites of this world, they want to decrease the population of the world, man, less than more than half. All right, it said keep the population below 500 million.
Right.
You know, which on the face of the earth, I believe it's 700 billion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 700. No, it's not 700. But 7 billion people on the face of the earth, man.
You know, look at this. Now this says the international outbreaks, 2 outbreaks. It says 2018 Ebola outbreak in the Congo, DRC, announced May 2018. 2017 Ebola outbreak in the Congo, DRC, announced May 2017. Bro, that's only 2. Are you kidding me? You know, I mean, man, you got all these outbreaks. That's why I said, man, we're the watchmen, man. We're the only ones that's out here watching and praying, man, and putting out this information, man. All right, we're gonna get some scriptures, man, to back this up.
Kind of like I said, man, on the Georgia Guidestone, the elites really want to push those rules, man. The top rule is control the population under 500 million, man. And as you see before you, the earth, the whole population on the face of the earth is 7.3 billion people, man. So a lot of people has to die, man. That's over half. for them to implement their world government, man. You know, but the Lord's not gonna have that happen because, like as it says in the scriptures, man, Jacob is the Esau is the beginning thereof, and Jacob is the what it says. He says Esau is the beginning thereof, and Jacob is the
end of that follow.
Slakia. Esau is the end of the world. Slakia. I worded that terribly. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows, because we're gonna have the real world, man. All right, and it's abundance. Let's get
Okay, hey, I looked up for those guys. I don't know if those numbers.
I can actually start at 8, because pestilence is nothing more than a plague. All right, and the Lord is going to plague this place just like He did in the days of Egypt. All right, it says 2nd Ezra 16 and 8. It says, I'm gonna start at 5. 2nd Ezra 16 and 5. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it has begun to burn? May anyone again turn the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? All right, so when the Lord send these plagues, who is he that can drive them away, man? That makes me think of real quick, since I know where it's at. This is Isaiah 14:27. All right, it says, "For the Lord of hosts hath purposed, and who shall disannul it? His hand is stretched out, and who shall turn it back?" All right, so if the Lord's hand is stretched out, that's just basically saying the Lord going to have it His way. All right, and no one can stand in the way of that, because the Lord is the ultimate judge, man. He is the ultimate He's the last word. All right, He controls everything. All right, back to the 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra 15 or 16. And I'm gonna start at the point was at 37 though. 2nd Ezra 16 and 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bring forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth they slack not a moment. Even so shall the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. See, this is going to happen upon the whole world, man. Yeah. And one of these plagues is pestilence, diseases, sicknesses, man. Because one thing is sure, man. There's a lot of death going to happen before the Lord comes back. Before the Lord comes back upon the world, that's still going to be a lot of death, and there's not going to be enough people to clean up these bodies. So these bodies are festering, all right, and after the 4th day it begins to stink, all right. So imagine 2 and 3 weeks later, it has diseases harboring, all right. It's in the air. You know, can you imagine the foul smell of 100 and 200 and 300 dead bodies that has been sitting there in the heat? You don't know if it's going to be the summer or the cold. The Lord might have it in the summer, you know, and it's hot.
Yeah. Ooh. Real.
You know,
man.
If it's cold, then it's gonna be hard to get around. You know, the Lord says live as pilgrims upon the earth. But if it's cold, then it ain't gonna be that bad, because the cold, or what's the word I'm looking for? The coldness, cold weather. I would say freezing temperatures.
Disease, right?
Freezing temperatures. That's what I was looking for. Freezing temperatures hold diseases. But oh Lord, if it's in the summer, for like this place down south, it don't really get cold down there. Not in freezing temperatures, you know. Right. So those bodies, man, after weeks and weeks, diseases are gonna fester, man. And the CDC has all of these diseases on standby. Right. You know.
Hey, you know, and that's another thing, because we just noticed, we just came into the apartment, and we was coming in and shit. And we was like, damn, man, look, Jake out here barbecuing. First warm day we had recently since the year. You know, it's been raining like crazy here, man. The first nice day. what Jake do? First thing he do is break out the fucking grill, man.
Yep.
Live in an apartment complex. These motherfuckers I don't even think they supposed to be putting the barbecue.
Nope.
You know, he's supposed to be in the back.
Fire hazard.
This dude out in the fucking front, like he at his crib. Barbecue. Jake do not fucking consider, man, the things that's taking place, man. Look what's happening in Venezuela. Look what's happening all over. Bro, the bubonic plague. When the elders put that up, I said, oh shit. I stopped immediately. I pulled over to watch that video. I'm like, what the fuck? Bubonic plague, that's an old ass disease. How did they get that?
Yeah, they always had it.
They remastered that. They made that disease come back, man.
Yep.
That's why it's a CDC, man. Center of Disease Control. They're controlling these diseases. They're harboring them. They're putting them in incubators. So, hey, just think when the EMPs hit. When they hit, man, and that power go out, man, you're not going to have a way to refrigerate to keep that thing at bay. That shit's going to be everywhere, man.
Yep.
So, you got some more?
No,
okay, yeah, this is Jeremiah 14:10, man, because Jeremiah, you know, hey, man, he prophesied this, man. This is why we bring out the scriptures, man, because it's prophecy. That's why the scriptures are so relevant now, man. This is why they coming after us, man, to take us off YouTube, man. You know what I'm saying? They setting it up. They setting it up gradually, man. You know, they took off Farrakhan, man, which really he wasn't bringing nothing out, man. You know what I'm saying? But they're setting it up. It's all to work together, man. For I'm not gonna say work together for the good, but everything is doubled against itself. So everything works together for the good for Yahweh Shah. So it's only natural. It's only right for everything to work. Esau to work everything for his good.
Well, it is good because it's prophecy.
Yeah, because that's prophecy, right? Because he worked. That's what he's going against everything that's right. Yep. So he's gonna. He don't want to look like, oh yeah, I just took the Hebrew Israelites out, Hebrew Israelites off. Well, okay. That's why they try to plague us with that black Hebrew Israelites, man. Yeah. You know, they had that video that surfaced back in a few months back about them cursing out the little Edomites in Washington. You know, and they hung that stigma on us, black Hebrew Israelites.
Yep.
You know?
Hey, that's good, man, because it lets us know we're doing our part. Because it says the spirit of prophecy is the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah. So with them doing that, they only fulfilling prophecy, because you could do nothing against the truth before the truth. All right.
Yeah. Let me read this real quick. This is Jeremiah 14:10. He said, "Thus said the Lord unto this people, thus have they loved to wander; they have not refrained their feet. Therefore the Lord doeth not accept them. He will now remember their iniquity and visit their sins."
Yep.
Right. And Yahweh Shai, that's why these pestilence is coming out, man. That's why Jake, bro, I don't care what, you got all these marches, man, for years and years and years. That's all Jake do is march, man. And start up some type of fun. Nipsey Hussle just got killed. They named the street out there. The same shit, bro.
Oh, God.
The same shit. Oh, we're going to put up a GoFundMe page and start this organization. Get the fuck out of here, man. You know, it's not going to stop, man. They just got a shooting of a guy get out of the car with his hands up, and they shot his girl up, and the baby was in the car.
John, I got to finish up for you what you just said. It said what? What he just said? Can you read that again?
All right.
You can.
This is Jeremiah 14:10. He said, "Thus saith the Lord unto this people, thus they have loved to wander; they have not refrained their feet. Therefore the Lord doeth not accept them. He will now remember their iniquity and visit their sins."
All right. This is 2nd Ezra 15, verse 26. It says, "For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them into the death and the destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For Yahweh shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him." And y'all feet do wander, man. It wandered from doctrine to doctrine.
Yeah.
All right, bro. From idol to idol. You know.
What do the women do, man? I hear women all the time. They do not like to stay at home. These scriptures are so true.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want to stay at home. I don't want to go do something. what the fuck? I love being at the crib, man. If I wish I could be at home and just study all the time, man.
Yeah, man.
We're forced to get out here in the work field and have to do shit, man.
Yep, because Esau pushed everything against the Holy Bible, man.
That's right.
Everything against the Holy Bible, man. That's why when Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents, Esau will push that vibration that he got.
That's
and
right.
Go out into the field, which is the cities.
That's right.
That's why what's the name got raped, man? Israel's before his name was Israel, his name was Jacob. Jacob's daughter, man.
His daughter,
So that's why she got raped. I want to go see the people. All right, you saw the people, and you got what you deserve because you ain't keep your ass at home.
That's right.
Because back before in that time, man, it wasn't no police on the street. It wasn't nobody to protect you from danger, man. If you got snatched up, you just got snatched up.
Right.
Well, nobody gonna save you or come help you, because apparently they're not gonna do it in public, or the community will stop it, but they're gonna take your ass behind the bushes. All right.
This verse 11. He said, "Then said the Lord unto me." This is what Yahushua said to Jeremiah. He said, "Then said the Lord unto me, pray not for this people, for their good." He said, when they fast, I will not hear their cry, and when they offer burnt offerings and oblations, I will not accept them, but I will consume them by the sword and by the famine and by the pestilence.
Yep.
Okay, and that's all instruments of death, man.
Yep.
All right, the famine is basically here. This food that we get, it is no nutrients in this shit, man. This famine is here. Only thing they gotta do is just stop the supplies from coming in, man. Each grocery store in each city, man, it has a supply of average of 3 days supply of food. How fast you think that's gonna fly off the shelves when something hits, when some disaster hits?
Less than 3 days. Yep.
And they show you that in Florida, and when those cities they suffer from storms and stuff, they show you where the stores be bare, man. People go buy all the food up out of the store, man, and board their houses up.
Yep. That's why scriptures speak about neighbors shall invade one another for the lack of bread thereof.
That's right.
If your house the only one on the block boarded up, like obviously you trying to hide something in your house is valuable.
Yeah, so that's a dead giveaway.
That's a dead giveaway. Something in your house is valuable, and they gonna run up in that motherfucker.
Hey, like the brothers always say, I hear a lot of brothers when I watch their videos, a lot of them always refer to the movie Purge, man. That first Purge movie they do, he worked for alarm. He worked for a major alarm system place, and he sold everybody the alarm that's on the street. And guess who came after him at the end? All the people he sold them alarms to. They told him, yeah, you sit up here, you got this badass house. they was at his ass, man. Yeah. Okay. So verse 13.
Okay.
Yeah, then said the Lord. Then said I, Lord power, behold, the prophet say unto them, ye shall not see the sword, neither should. Neither should. Let's go into something else. Kind of. That's it. Because the pestilence is basically an instrument, man. Yahushua is gonna use, man. That's why these outbreaks are happening, man. The measles outbreaks, because what they eventually want to do, man, is start getting everybody prepared to take the vaccination. Because when you prepare to trust the government to take vaccination, that's going to also prepare you to do what? To take that chip, man. This is the year of Karagma. Everything is geared up to the final thing for everybody to take that chip, man.
Sure.
They want you to get that. Everybody's going to trust the government. They want them, and then everybody's just going to oppose them. They're going to get rid of your ass, man. And a lot of people are not going to take that chip, man. Sure. So it's gonna be that's why my son mentioned earlier, that's why it's gonna be a lot of death out here, man.
That's right.
Everybody's not gonna go along with the program.
Hey, Jeremiah 11:11. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods unto whom they offer incense, but they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble. All right, so these people are going to go and cry into what's the God? That's the main God that they serve now, man. Yeah. All right, For our people, man, it's Esau. That's the God that they serve. That's the God that blinded their eyes, man. So when the Lord ain't answering them, they gonna go cry to Esau, man.
Yeah.
And Esau gonna say, "I'll deliver you. Just take this chip."
And what the scriptures say? Woe unto the man that trusteth the man.
Yep.
All right. And so the scriptures is bro, it's no escaping.
Yep.
Because every time you go do something, you think you're doing it on your own. Yeah, it's a snare. Y'all shot and already got you in a trick bag. You gonna run and you gonna fulfill what these scriptures say. All right, you're gonna fulfill everything point by point with what these scriptures say. We're gonna be right there to be like, we know you're gonna do that. That's why the Lord deemed us as the prophets, man.
God.
We know exactly what you're gonna do before you even do it, man. Why? Because we read and study these scriptures.
God, it says, "For according to the number of thine cities are thine gods, O Judah, and according to the number." And when it says, "Oh Judah," I'm talking to you Negroes, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans. It says, "According to the number of thine cities were their gods, O Judah, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem have ye set up altars to do that shameful thing, even altars to burn incense to Baal." All right, and how do people do that, man? By worshiping the philosophy of Esau, actually worshiping the philosophy of everything except for Yahweh Shem Yahushai and only Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, because you got some people that actually try to worship Yahweh Shem Yahushai and still do their own thing, man. You creeping in through another way. You're a thief and a robber, man. All right, that's why the scripture says this. Exactly what my father read in Jeremiah 14 in the 14th chapter. This is Jeremiah 11:14. "Therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry nor prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble." All right, so the Lord is saying, go and cry to the other guys of whom you have served. Let them deliver you at a time of affliction. That's what the Lord is saying, man. And it's a rhetorical question because He knows that those guys, those so-called powers, all right, your false powers cannot deliver you in the time of your affliction, man, because they are nothing. They are vanity. All right. So the Lord is rhetorically asking this. The Lord is rhetorically saying this question. You know.
Just like it.
No, I was,
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, Jeremiah's bad, bro. This is pestilence all throughout Jeremiah. Go ahead, you got some more?
Nah.
Okay, this is, yeah, I got another one. This is Jeremiah. What Jeremiah did you just read?
11.
Okay, this is Jeremiah 21:8. He said, unto this people, thus, unto this people thou shalt say, thus saith the Lord, behold, I set before you the way of life and the way of death.
Mm-hmm.
He that abideth in this city shall die by the sword, and by the famine, and by the pestilence. But he that goeth out and falleth to the Chaldeans that besiege you, he shall live, and his life shall be unto him for a prey. Hey, you just said that. If you don't die by the, when you see all this death going, you're gonna go what? You're gonna run to Esau, man. You're gonna run to Esau, and what is Esau gonna do? He said, "I'll save you. Here, take this chip."
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna still die because you're prey.
Yep.
Because he already got you set up, man, and the scriptures already says it. We get that in Revelation. Go ahead if you got something else.
God, I was just finna say, man, that's what we gonna do, man. We gonna well, some of us, I can't say all of us, man, the true prophets of the Lord are gonna die for this truth, man. We gonna live forevermore. You know? We're gonna hold our integrity. Lord willing that I'll be one of those men, man. Because the true men of the Lord, the elect, all right, is gonna hold his integrity. And I pray that I'm one of those men, and the reason I say that because you don't know what you're gonna do in that time. All right, you don't know what you're gonna do. That's a trick question that the brothers always ask people that walk up, man. It says, "What you gonna do when martial law chooses to do so and so?" And Jake I'm gonna get my gun, or I'm gonna get my. Don't know. Nobody say. Well, some people do say I'm gonna pray, but the first answer is never I'm gonna pray. You know, for Jake that walk up, you know, they say, "Oh, I'm gonna get my gun," or "I'm gonna do what they say," or I'm gonna just obey what they say. Maybe they won't shoot me. You know, it ain't never I'm gonna pray to the Lord. You know, even when they asked me when I first came to the truth, man, I don't know what to say. I said I don't know. They said you should have said you gonna pray. I was like, damn, you right. You know.
That's right. That's why the scripture says, "This people is far from me." Right, but then because they don't even know who to pray, the only name they know is Jesus. So you know, hey, he's not going to respond to that name, man. You wasted all this time here, and not, you know, and the men of the Lord was out here because the scripture says, man, everyone is going to know that because that's why we out here professing the name of Yahweh Shem. But people disregard it. You know, and you're gonna be like, I didn't know your name, Lord. I didn't know your name. Yeah. Here go my prophets right here. My prophets right here. Here you go right here, laughing and joking and shit, walking down the street, right past him, and they just said the name right in front of him. You're gonna be able to see where you fucked up.
Yep.
You're gonna be like, you know, you just fucked up.
You know, you just fucked up, right?
You got something else?
Yeah. Amos 9:10. It says, I don't know why I go to 10. Amos 9:10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It says, all sinners of my people shall die by the sword, and that say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. And that's what they people say, man. Oh, if I just do what they say, the evil not gonna overtake nor prevent me. All right. The scriptures say they have made a covenant with death, and hell that they are that agreement, man. You know, saying the overcoming scourge will not take us. You know, I believe that's Jeremiah. But it says they have made a covenant with death, man. Who was death? A so-called white man. And everything else that do not abide in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Because what? Straight is the gate and narrow is the way that leadeth to life. But broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. So whatever you trust in that is opposite of the way of life, which is these scriptures, you're going to die. There is no way around it, man. It's a broad spectrum of the things you can do to not serve the Lord, man. But there's only one way to live. You understand?
Yeah.
You got something about? And this is all we're telling people, man. This is the only thing we've been telling you for the past 30, 40 plus years, man. All right. Because the apostles been out there long before I have.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you the same thing they telling you, man.
That's right.
But only the elect are going to hear it. You know, only the elect and the 1/3 is going to hear it.
Right. All right. This is 2 Chronicles 7:12. This is after King Solomon had built the temple. He said, and the Lord appeared.
Second Corinthians.
2 Chronicles.
Oh, Slakia.
2 Chronicles 7:12.
7:12.
He said, and the Lord appeared to Solomon by night and said unto him, I have heard thy prayer, and have chosen this place to myself for a house of sacrifice. If I shut up heaven, that there be no rain, or if I command the locusts to devour the land, or if I send pestilence among my people, if my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sins and will heal their land.
Yep.
All right, and who is that? Who is that pertaining to? That's pertaining to the elect, man. And that's a promise that he's giving his people. Okay, because he's gonna do that. But before that happens, it's got to be a lot of death and pestilence that's happening. Okay, those pestilence that's set forth is already happening now, man. Only thing we need to do now is Esau implicate this chip. That's why the Apostle Johar coined it this year as the year of Charagma. Because basically, that's what all of this is boiling down to. That's what it's going to. Is Esau's about to implicate this chip, man.
That's what it is, man.
You know?
That's the Esau want to implicate this chip, and that's all it is.
Man, it's no one is crying out to the Lord, but the men of GMS, man, and the men that's following that same doctrine.
Yep.
We're the ones that's asking the Lord to heal. We're not asking the Lord to heal our land until, well, He's going to heal our land because it's got to be cleansed. That's the only way He's going to heal it. With that fire, man, the cleansing agent.
Hey, it's a spirit we talk about that. Look at the bottom of my screen.
Wow.
It's a hatchet.
Wow.
Making harvest. This is the Lord gonna do to the world.
Yeah, man. It's sickle. Hey, the sheep. He got to divide the sheep from the goat.
The wheat from the chaff.
All of the wheat from the chaff. All of this is gonna take place, man. And that's how He's gonna do it, man. Because what the men that stand bold before the Al Bashir shot is the ones gonna pass through, man.
That's right.
You know, if you standing and if you going out doing the work, man, and you doing what Yahushua called you to do, man, you're gonna have that. You're gonna have that. Basically, that's a form of spiritual power, man. Because when that pestilence and that hell hit, you're not gonna fear. You got that name, that strong tower. You got that name to run into, man.
Okay.
You know, people are not gonna. They're gonna marvel, like, man, why ain't he running? What he got? I want what he got, but they're not gonna be able to get it, man.
Yep.
It's gonna be too late. It's like we always say, man, we're not gonna be on them highways and byways too much longer, man.
Yep.
People gonna be like, man, what were those guys at? What was those men that was teaching? And I want that name. What name was they was saying? They're not gonna remember it, man. Y'all was gonna erase that. His name won't be in the earth like that no more.
Yep. Con. All right, you got anything else?
Yeah, that was it.
Con. All right, with that, we give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Kakadash. All right. Double said, Apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, and peace and salutation to all you Akim out there, preaching this truth and giving your life for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua for the love of the gospel. Till next time, hope this video is edifying. All right, now say shalom.